Hey guys, this is a general reading for Leo for July 2020, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant Leo in your chart, if you're just drawn to this reading, or even if you're cross-watching, like for somebody else who's a Leo, for more of a complete picture, or if this doesn't resonate with you, please check out all those placements and stuff I just said of any videos I've either already made or will make in the future. Please remember that energy is fluid, so this could have already happened. It could be happening now. It could happen in the future. Some, none, or all of this may apply. So just take what fits and leave the rest. I could read this as love. It could be career. I could read this as you. It could be someone else close to you. So just flip-flop it if necessary, you know, disregard it if it doesn't apply. Just take what fits and leave the rest, okay? Thank you so much for those of you who helped to contribute to my channel, for those of you who have asked about donation information, those of you who are interested. My PayPal information is in the description box below the video. It helps a lot with reciprocity of energy. And just to give back for all the energy and time that I put into these videos. So thank you for those of you who have done that. Also for services, I love working with you guys. So thank you for those of you who choose to work with me. And honestly, like, it's an honor and it's so much, I have so much respect for it and getting to know you guys. All of that's in the description box below as well. Please read all of it, including the disclaimer. The only thing that's not up yet is my shamanic services. So like shamanic illumination, such as if you energetic imbalance, if you need energies added in to help you, removed that shouldn't be there, like they're affecting you, energetic cords or ties. Basically just anything really looking at. Sometimes you can even do a little underworld work in the illumination, but it's really minor. But if you need anything balanced energetically within your energy body, that's usually an illumination, and it looks at your chakras and everything too. Or there's a shamanic soul retrieval, bringing back soul essences that have departed through trauma or whatever, this lifetime, other lifetimes. It also can help look at your soul contracts, shadow contracts, and just if they're old or they're affecting you and you just don't want anyone anymore, write new ones that are better for you and where you're trying to go. It can help with that. Basically any really energetic work. If you're interested in shamanic work, email me about that. I also do this technique called crystalline consciousness technique. And it uses like sacred geometry, and it's very, very high frequency. It works very fast. To me, it's kind of similar to Reiki, but not. It's way faster on a way higher level. And it goes to a way higher dimension and works like, I think up to like the 12th dimension. And then that healing trickles down into the 3D. So I've been working a lot with that, even with myself. So it helps a lot with your own inner healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, also between relationships and helping clear out the gunk between that. So I've been using it a lot for that. I'm going to start doing a little bit more on my channel with it. But if you're interested in that, I know one person has emailed me. I will get back with them about it. So if you're watching. But if you're interested, let me know. I will do a video on it and be posting that up as well. And then also I do light language, and so I'll be doing that as a service as well. So email me if you're interested about any of those in the meantime, because they're not on my services as of right now. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Please make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell, because I don't know why, but something goes on with YouTube where people think they're subscribed and they're not. They became unsubscribed and they have to go back and subscribe. So make sure you are and you hit the bell. I put out different types of videos, blah, blah, blah. But even if you can't donate or do a service with me, please know that you commenting and liking and sharing the video is just as much of a donation to my channel and my time, and I really appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds to do, and just let me know like your thoughts, how it applied, you know, just your story or whatever. I love reading them and connecting your energy, even if I can't respond to all of them. But it really helps my channel circulate the message and all that. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. Okay. I think that's it. So we'll get started. So Leo, I think I'm just going to get started on your reading. I think I can pretty much tell what this is about. But who knows? We'll go as we figure out more as we get channeling. But in the center of your reading, you have the Page of Wands. Sorry. So, I mean, definitely wanting to go in a new direction. You're having some passion about going in a new direction in a new way, like a new journey, pretty much. Some of you, this might have to do with a child. I guess it could be a message or whatever, but I think this is more you wanting to go in a new direction. Maybe that you even feel a little bit insecure about, but you're passionate about it. You know, you want to go in a new direction. Let's see, where are my cards? I think it's pretty much that, but let's just pull a card or two and just see. Tell me about this Page of Wands. Yeah. You have the Anchor, and it's got like, you're either no longer anchored to a situation or you're no longer wanting to be anchored to a situation. You're at the very least thinking about it, where you don't want to be stuck there anymore. You're starting to get some curiosity, some passion about moving in a new direction, or just a new journey that more inspires you, makes you feel more alive, makes you feel more good, like a kid, or just vital, like vitality, youthful, young at heart, like not so blah, not so pulled down, not so like, this sucks, like I shouldn't feel 60 and I'm 30, or even if you are 60, like you feel older than that, or you're just like, I know it's possible to feel younger than this. I don't know. You get my point. But either way, you want to feel more energetic and more excited about life again, or about some venture or something. And you don't really want to feel so so tied down because something's not making you happy, basically. What's crossing you? She might even actually be going through a type of divorce, because I keep getting court a lot coming up, or some type of contract ending at the least, or whatever. But what's crossing that is the Two of Swords, or Two of Pentacles. So you may still be weighing your option. Maybe somebody got caught juggling. Doesn't really matter, but I think that you're trying to work a lot of things out, like within you and around you, either for this decision or because of this decision, or let me learn more about. No. I think some of you, like, it's either you or someone else, feels really stuck in a situation out of either finances or like control or loyalty. And you're really kind of weighing things out because you're like, I'm not really happy. And it doesn't have to be leaving a relationship or whatever. Like, this could also be a job. You may not even be leaving it. Maybe you're like, how can I change this to where I enjoy it more, or it makes me happier, or I feel better about it. So like I said, just apply it as necessary. But you're definitely wanting a spark of something that makes you feel alive and curious and excited again. And you're really trying to weigh out how to do that. And maybe something with either loyalty or like money has to do with it. I'm really getting a vibe that it's like, it's hard in a way because there is money issues, there is loyalty issues that are weighing on you. But at the same time, or for at least some of you, it's like on the surface, it might look like a good situation, maybe even, or even like, I don't think this is full for everybody, but maybe for some people, like I have a good situation, or they are loyal, it is financially secure and all that. Why then am I so bothered? Why am I then so bored? Like, why do I want more? Really kind of questioning things in the way of, what do I want? Why am I in this situation? Am I getting all of what I could out of this situation? Is it the situation I'm bored with? Is it my life I'm bored with? You know, it's kind of like, can I stay in this and still get, you know, how do I basically go on this new journey of excitement? I think some of you are like, boom, I'm out. Like, I'm not happy with this. And then some of you are like, I don't know necessarily if it's the situation, but I'm bored, or I feel stuck or something. Like, it's kind of like either wondering why you're in it. Like, what do you really want? You know what I mean? Because I just get this kind of back and forth. Like, it's like, well, I can try this, or, well, maybe it's not that bad, or maybe if I do this, it'll be better, or maybe it's not the situation, maybe it's me, maybe I just need to figure myself out and be curious. And then it's like, no, the situation is kind of boring. Am I being greedy? I have everything on paper somebody would want, but I'm not happy, you know? Like, it's just not sparking that spark within you. Like, you feel energetically stuck, basically. Yeah. In the foundation of the reading is the Wheel of Fortune. So, I feel a little bit like this is fated. I feel a little bit more so that there's karma here going on of something you're supposed to be figuring out, like some lesson. But again, even more so they're kind of like all true, but even more so than any of those, it's that things are changing. You have a lot of changing energies going on here. What is the next eclipse in? What was the last one? Is it Cancer? But I feel like the eclipse, or the energy from the eclipse, or maybe this eclipse season is really bringing a lot of changes, and that's what this is. Because even right under that, you have Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. So there is healing. Maybe some of you may meet somebody else. I don't have that really strongly on the board, but maybe some of you might. Some of you might be meeting or have met somebody else that's trying to push you out of this situation, and meeting somebody under some strange or weird circumstances, or like how it came together, or like maybe somebody that you wouldn't have even thought you would have ever liked or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it is bringing some chaos, but then healing. But either way, there's a lot of changes shifting. The energy on the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of mental going back and forth, kind of keeping energies at bay and away from you. A lot of wanting energies to change and die and go. And needing to really have strength through this. And really like rest and think and strategize, because there is a new beginning. And it's kind of to like free yourself from some level of being stuck or codependency. I really feel codependency and being stuck. I mean, bondage or confusion. You know, like I said, there may have been some type of big situation that either at one time was what you wanted or what you thought you would have wanted, or what you put together or what some other people ideally on picture or a paper would want. But it's just like not making you happy. You know what I mean? You're just like, why? And that situation's done. Like it's been bringing you a lot of anxiety. And you're really just trying to like be factual about it, cut it away and move forward. And yeah, it's like some type of like commitment or something just coming to an end. There might have been a lot of secrets, a lot of just unseen things, a lot of burdens, and it just going back to being single and a new beginning. And it is going to be a little bit like it's going to hurt your heart, but it is going to be end of a cycle. Like it's meant to make you grow and align you on whatever path you're supposed to go on, and it's going to put you there. Like, so this is fated, so it is fate. Because it shows it when I keep going and the energy's on the bottom of the deck. Like, you are going to have to be strong. Because like I said, it's like, so of course this is different for different people, but it's some of you, this is a really big like family situation, or even if it's a job, it's something that you really wanted, or just, it seems like a lot of time maybe even invested. Like, I just keep getting this vibe, like almost like picture perfect, or like on paper at one time, if you would have said, I want X, Y, Z, this would have been it. You know what I mean? And now it's here and it's like, this isn't at all what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, you do have to be careful with that, because it could on one hand be, that actually it's just, maybe you were going off childhood thoughts or whatever, of if you have a white picket fence and a 2-story house and 2.5 kids, then you'll be happy, you know? It might be that you're breaking through. But it could also be too that you don't really know how to use your own creative energies, you know? And maybe you're using love to do that, and that only lasts for a minute. Once the honeymoon phase wears off, you're like, damn, that's boring. But I kind of get a lot of this is fated, though. And I don't know if that's what the lesson is like, are you supposed to go and be with someone else? Are you supposed to break through that karmic lesson of finding it within yourself? Like, I don't know, because there is a level coming up here of loyalty and financial stuff. It kind of feels superficial, if you will. And if it's not, or it hasn't always been superficial, then it's just realizing that you've changed. And I guess to go with your heart, but, you know, I don't know, that's hard to say. You have to do that within balance, because some of that stuff can change like the wind, you know? So you have to really look at things with a balance of head and mind, logic and heart. You can't rule with just one or the other, but we'll just go on and see where this leads. In the past, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So I think at one time you felt really good. I think you felt valued. I think you were happy. You were like, all right, I'm good, you know? I really think a lot of this did have to do with money and loyalty and maybe even image, because I don't know why it keeps coming up. And to clarify her, you have great happiness and you have, you know, cornucopia, like that's just all about abundance. And then you have the rough waters coming in, like this ship is going into choppy waters, and then you have change, like they're looking somewhere else for a change. And then with those, you also have, you know, path. Like this person is now coming on a path and they have to go one way or the other. Because what's on your mind is the Five of Pentacles. So you could be feeling left out in the cold. You guys could be having money issues. Maybe a lot of the reasons that you got into this relationship are no longer. Maybe at one time money was good and loyalty was there, but now it's not. Or maybe at one time money was enough, but now it's not. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you have one of the main ladies. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. I think there's some type of I think that you or somebody is wanting to not be in this situation anymore, this commitment. But it just brings up a lot of fear in you. Like, how am I going to financially survive? Or am I going to be alone and not have somebody to be with me? What if something happens to me? Or what if I can't find something better? What if I'm making the wrong decision? Like, is this bad of me? Was this supposed to be forever? Should I have, you know, should I be with them forever? Like, is that selfish? Like, I just feel like all these thoughts, like, coming through your mind or somebody else's mind. Tell me about the Court card. I really do think loyalty is also playing on your mind. And there's a lot of emotions on that. There might also be stuff that you don't know, but I think even more so, this level of loyalty is bringing you sadness. Maybe that's one of your lessons is like, you know, do you have loyalty to someone else before yourself? You know, which you shouldn't have. What I always tell people, just as a piece of advice on this, like if you are kind of in this boat where you're, I don't think this is all as amazing though as it seems. There might be an illusion here. Like that might even be what this means with this loyalty card, and this is a moon. Like there may be illusion to this loyalty, whether even if it's not on your end, like maybe you have a thing with being loyal and that's kind of being used against you in the sense that this other person you're with is not actually really that loyal, whether it's anywhere from they're just not really helping you out, or they're okay with you taking the burden of everything, all the way to the extreme of, you know, they're actually doing like deceitful or abusive type things or cheating or whatever. So, I don't think it's as loyal as you think it is. Maybe even that's in your mind masking a subconscious fear that you actually have. So if you need help working through that or that energy of those blocks, you know, please hit me up. Information's in the description box below. Some of that would actually be for like the CCT I was talking about or the energetic healing, but also even like a session or a reading can help with that. But either way, it's coming up a lot that I think there's a lot of loyalty I keep getting, and I think there's an illusion around this. I think there's actually a subconscious fear of yours that's keeping you in it. You might even intuitively feel like maybe that's why you're not happy. Maybe at one time it was good and now it just the energy feels different. And now you feel lonely. Like at one time you might have actually felt like a Queen of Pentacles where, you know, you felt really good. You felt valued. You know, a lot of attention was on you. Like you just had good, it was good between the two. You know what I mean? There was equal energy going back and forth. And now it's like, it's just not. Like you feel alone. You feel bad. Like you just, it's like feeling alone even though you're with somebody, kind of. And like maybe this person, I don't know, this person might have switched up in some way. And whether they meant to or whether it's just happening for some reason, like within themselves, whatever they're going through. But you're not happy in it regardless. And you're not getting the attention or the accolades like you really wanted. So also be careful with this a little bit, because I know like this is very much a Leo energy as well. But make sure... Okay, so let me get back to what I say to people. When you're in this type of situation where you're like, no, it's a good situation, or, oh, am I doing it because of this? What if I make the wrong move? I don't ever tell people whether to stay or go. That's totally up to you, because every situation is different. But I do try to, like, I do say, like, try to at least create other things and work on yourself and work on your own like sacral chakra and creating things and creating your own happiness in the meantime, so you can see whether that's the issue or not. Like, are you just bored? Because if you don't know how to do that and create your own stuff and you're just purely codependent on feeling okay and having your worth on this person always being up your butt or giving you attention, that's not gonna last. That's not gonna work. So you have to be able to like have and create your own stuff, whether it's creations, mission, path, hobbies, whatever. I would say do that first and see if that kind of gets your ball rolling to feeling okay and then sparks things back within the connection. If not, then you know what you have to do and you don't feel bad and you can leave that situation and know that there was nothing you can do and you had to choose you. You know what I mean? So I don't know what your situation really with this is. However, I am getting for some of you that you either know or your intuition is telling you that you're kind of dealing with somebody who doesn't have the same loyalty. And you're wanting to get your worth back. And I think you're wanting to leave this commitment because you feel bad. For whatever reason. It could be different for everybody. So let's see. In the likely future, you have the Judgment card. So I think you see things. I think you make a judgment. I think you release a part of you that holds you back. Like you just see something that's keeping you stuck in this cycle. Tell me about the Judgment card. Yeah, like you see what you weren't seeing before. This is the same thing I was getting with the Moon card, where I think your intuition was telling you. You either know your intuition was telling you that somebody in some way didn't have the same loyalty back. Whether it was they stopped working on this connection with you, whether it's they're talking to someone else, whether they're deceitful, whether they're just putting all the burden on you, whatever it is, you now see it or have made a judgment call or have figured it out, what you didn't see before or what your intuition was telling you is what I really feel. How you see yourself is the Emperor. So you see yourself as like really doing the damn thing, like taking charge, doing your thing. I mean, this guy also looks like he's doing stuff, but his eyes are kind of like sideways, where he's just like side-eyeing. You know what I mean? Like, where they're kind of like, okay. But clarifying this, you have Servant and you have Sweetheart. And then you have gift. So I really get from this, like, I think you've been really working on providing stuff to this person, or providing things to be in a certain way for this person, like whether in the relationship or for the person, or I just think you feel like you're really putting in a lot more work than this other person. Like, you're a servant to them. Like, here, honey, here you go, here, what? So, like, serving the sweetheart, and then gift. Like, what do you need? Here you go, here. What else do you need? What else will make you happy? What else will make you come back? What else will make you give me attention? Whatever it is you're doing or why you're doing it. But either way, you're doing it. And maybe you're getting tired of it. And whether you're either getting tired of it, or you're starting to realize that maybe there's other things going on that you didn't know. And that could be anything. It could be the person's doing drugs and they're checked out. It could be they're talking to someone else. It could be they're depressed, you know, and they're just kind of stuck. I don't know. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be, it could be anywhere from mildly whatever to really crappy. But so apply it to your situation as necessary, but it's like you're doing a lot and serving somebody, and you're doing most of the stuff. And I think at one time it wasn't like that. I think somebody switched up, or they have checked out, or they're doing whatever. What's in your environment is you have the Six of Cups. So I don't know, that maybe this is a kid. But, you know, it could be a soulmate that at one time, you know, like I said, it was really good between you two. Maybe I think this is kind of really showing what I was saying, though. Like, I think at one time it was like really dreamy and nostalgic and really good, and somebody was like offering you a lot. This is also a Scorpio card, by the way, and I'm not gonna like drag on Scorpios, but especially for an uninvolved Scorpio, this is males especially, this is kind of a lot of what they do in a way, where they come in like really kind of strong and then they just, you know, pull and rip back. So it is possible maybe some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, and you'd have to really look at it as to see why. Like, either they could be doing their own thing or whatever, or, you know, some of it is it's not even a bad reason. Like, sometimes they just get really excited too. They realize they can't put all that energy into it. They have other stuff to do, or they realize they're starting to lose control, or they're starting to lose balance, so they have to get back to their daily grind and stuff. Or sometimes they'll even test you, you know, just to see, like, or they just go back to reality and they're like, all right, you know, we got to go on. Life's got to go on. And you got to like go with it. So it's not always bad. So don't take it the wrong way when I say Scorpio does that. Like, sometimes they'll do it. Sometimes they are going back to reality. Sometimes they'll test you and see what you do. Like, what will you put up with? What won't you? Do you adjust? Do you have other stuff to do? Can you give them their alone time? Because sometimes they need alone time. Like, they get really, really excited, and then they're like, I got to go do my thing. You got to have your own stuff to go do. And so it's kind of a test, kind of not. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go off that energy. But some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. But either way, I think this is really kind of solidifying, like, the switch up energy, where it's like, at one point, it's like, I really, really liked you. And there's all this energy being put in. And they were probably coming to you. And then now they have this energy where they're like, oh, I'm stuck here. I can't do anything else I want to do. I'm chained to this house, all these responsibilities. Like, this isn't me. This isn't what I want to do. I can't get away. Like, they're in prison. Like, their house and their life is a prison. You know, they probably are like all anxious, bored, depressed. I don't know. And maybe that's why you're like worried. I don't know. Or maybe this is you. Maybe it needs to be flip-flopped. But I think that you're feeling lonely and left out because you probably, I mean, maybe you guys have money issues, but maybe you're not getting attention anymore. Or maybe you see this person really upset and miserable, and like you're taking that personally, where you're like, oh, they must not be happy with me. And maybe they're not. Maybe they have the same problem, you know, and they don't know how to entertain themselves creatively without doing like codependent or toxic type stuff, just within their own energies. I don't know, but how they see you is the Two of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So they may see you as either being patient with them or like reassessing where you want to give your energy. That's not what I wanted to do. Where's that deck? Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. They may see you as being really patient. You have long way, like long journey. Which is crazy because he's like going to this long journey and it's like, I don't know, he's going to something that's dead. So they may see you, yeah, as being patient, but also like maybe they're seeing you also as reassessing, like, do I want to keep putting my time into this? Am I going to get out what I'm putting in? Because I want to get out what I'm putting into it. Can I get one more on the Seven of Pentacles? I think a lot of them are seeing you as really patient. They might see you as trying to reassess things. A small amount might see that maybe you're going to think about being with somebody else. But I think more than that, I think they see you because you have a long way. You have meetings. You have this other card, which is a lot. It could be about sexuality, but it's a lot about like family and children as well. And then I wanted another card to clarify because I don't know if it's like a meeting with someone else's sexuality or, and you have the loyalty card, which is coming up again. And why did they see it as a prison? They see it as something like, I don't think either of you are happy. And they see it also as maybe a little bit of a loyalty situation, but they see it as something they absolutely can't get out of. Whether it's due to health, whether it's due to kids, whether it's, they just literally see it as like, there's no option. Like, here's two options. There is no other option. But they're not happy because, and they feel a prisoner, and it could be something related to health. But I think at one time it was very of vitality and growing. And they also see that it's not. They also see that it's changing. But at the same time, like, they don't see a way out. So it's like, almost in a way, like they've they've given up. It just is what it is. Why try? Maybe they think you can't even get out. And they're just so gone and stuck or depressed that maybe they don't have the energy to try, or maybe they're just not, and they just think nobody can get out. So, I don't know. Like, either they don't see a way to improve it, but they also don't see a way to get out. Or they also know that, like, they think you don't have a way out, so there really isn't a push for them to try, and they're just stuck in their own stuff, too. Why do they feel like they can't get out? So I don't know, like maybe you or somebody really is actually going through something health-wise. Or they just don't think, I mean, this could even be mental health. Where they just don't think that you can make it on your own. Or be on your own. Or this has a heaviness to it, like a lot of sadness, like right in, it's hitting me right in my solar plexus, like my stomach. So it's like you don't have the power or the empowerment, like you, either they don't or they think you don't. And it could be health reasons, it could be mental health, where like somebody needs somebody to survive. I mean, it could just be loyalty of marriage or family or whatever too, or maybe you don't have the financial resources to survive. Tell me a bit more of why they feel like they're stuck. I think you both feel really stuck. And I think somebody is, some of them are being deceitful. And some of them, the reason that both of you are disempowered, especially the one who's ever going through health issues or maybe even mental health issues, this being stuck in this relationship is actually what's disempowering you. It's actually what's causing a lot of these issues. It's literally like hindering or stopping the life vitality. Unless one or both of you can find a way to get going and doing like your own stuff to spark your stuff back up. Basically what I'm saying is, at one time, both of you were able to feed off each other's energies. And it seems like that wore out. This seems like a very codependent relationship. And it wore out. And you don't have anything to feed your energy. The other person doesn't have anything to feed their energy. Some of them might actually be doing stuff behind the scenes to feed their own energy. But it's only enough to keep them going, to not mentally go insane, more so in this situation. It keeps them somewhat okay in their mind. There's an illusion going on here. There's an illusion of, I don't want to be in this, I'm not happy, but it's really that they're not really looking at something within themselves. And maybe there's even projection going on. That, oh, it's your fault. Oh, it's because they're stuck, blah, blah, blah. When really they also don't know how to create their own stuff and build their own energy back up. So you're both like depleted right now. And I don't know if you've met somebody else or not, but they're not feeding you. So now you're like trying to figure something else out. How can I do this? They don't think there is a way out for whatever reason. whether it's money or because somebody has health issues or mental health or whatever. But somebody, some, not all, may also be doing something behind the scenes to try to build their energy back up, or at least get something that they want of happiness, you know, whether it's addictions, sex, whatever. That sucks. It's almost like, in a way too, like maybe some of them wish you weren't being so patient. Because it's almost like, I'm not going to say subconsciously, but like on a, whatever their story is they're telling themselves is like, and it might be reality, but is they feel stuck. But for some reason, they can't be the one to leave. I mean, it could even be like they don't want to, you know, pay. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to lose money and support. I don't really know. But you're staying. So on one hand, it's like, okay, whatever, cool, I guess. But on the other hand, it's like, damn, I just feel this vibe like they're really being really patient. Like maybe they're even... I don't feel this holy, but maybe some of them are trying to make it to where it's so miserable for you that, like, you do leave. Maybe they are trying to sabotage the situation to where either they don't think they're good enough for you, or even more so, I just really think this person kind of also doesn't want to be with you, but they don't have the heart to say it. And, whether it's money or loyalty or illness or whatever, they feel stuck too. And you're just like hanging in there. Well, at least they see you as that you are. So, unless like by the grace of God, you know, some other energy comes in, or both of you all of a sudden work on your stuff and figure out how to like re-up your own energies and then not be so codependent and not be projecting and resentful and realize, oh, this is a cool person, you know, maybe it could be saved. If not, it's probably going to get worse. What's in your hopes is the Two of Wands. I think you want to move forward. You want to make the decision. You're at a crossroads. You want to make the decision to move forward and see what else is out there, not become stuck anymore. You need some type of action. Like you need some type of forward movement, growth. What your fear is you have Page of Swords. And to clarify that, you have a rat. This is where I think the intuition was also kicking in, where I think you may have been having to be like, maybe a little wordsy, like maybe this person's immature and wordy, but I think even more so, maybe they're watching you and being controlling, but I feel like you've been having to watch them because, or they're watching you. Somebody's watching somebody, like, you know, they're doing something and you're watching them, or at least you feel they are. It might not be real, but you're like having to like spy on them and watch them because you feel like they're a rat. Or they're super controlling and they're trying to keep you in your spot and they're being this way with you because they think you're a rat, or they're just being controlling because they're a rat. Either way, you don't want to deal with this energy anymore. This immature, just out the mouth, spying, kind of vindictive, rat, ulterior motive type energy. In the likely outcome, you have Ace of Wands. You have Seven of Swords. And you have Six of Wands. So, before I get to the clarifiers, like, I think you're going to figure out this has a couple different meanings, but you're going to figure out that somebody has been doing some deceitful energy. You or somebody's going to figure out somebody's been doing some deceitful energy. And just, they've been working on getting attention and getting their ego stroked in other ways. And to be honest with you, I think you're going to want to do the same thing. And if you're doing it, they're going to want to do the same thing. Like, hopefully you guys actually evolve and grow with this. Don't stay stuck. Because there's a cycle here that's supposed to be finishing. You had like the Fool and the World card. Because clarifying the Seven of Swords, you have Candle, which is like enlightenment, seeing things. But you have Time, Girl, Star, Skull, Dagger, Snake, Sun, and Axe. So it's like, it's time. Like you saw like what was once gave you hope is now, it's dead. It's changing. It's filled with hurt and betrayal and toxicity. And you see now that you have to cut it away. Like you have to walk away. Somebody has to walk away. And so you or somebody is going to walk away from this person who's attention seeking and all in their ego. But I think you're also going to walk away. You or somebody, whatever. Because you want to feel good too. Or maybe even get attention yourself. Some of your cards for advice is... which way do I want to go with this? So you have Storm. So it's like the Tower energy. You have Storm. It's going to shift up. You have Chop Wood. This is cleaning out what no longer serves you. Toxicity. Just cleaning out the energy. You have Go the Distance reverse. Like you're not putting in that energy anymore. You're not going the distance anymore. And it's gonna, all that, whatever comes from it or whatever, your advice or what the universe, spirit, whatever, is going to be pushing you to do is, it's going to make you pause and think. It's going to make you go in hermit mode. So here's you, Leo, the lion. Kind of frozen. You'll probably be a little bah-humbug for a reason, for a little minute. But it's going to make you pause and think. And then you have Rescue. So you might feel like a little bit of like alone or nowhere, which is funny because she's here, but then here's somebody in a balloon watching, which is funny because you did have that earlier as change. So I don't know if some of you actually have someone else or have been talking to someone else or hoping to meet somebody else. Maybe you even want someone to come and give you attention or rescue you, but it is saying too, like this is a time to go within, like go with spirit and ask for their assistance. But I hope some of you aren't like repeating this pattern. And then you have intention reversed, like to really look and see during this downtime, what am I doing here? Like what am I trying to get out of this? Like what went wrong here? Like what could I do better? Like what are you just really going for? Where's that book? It's a specific word I want to say. Are you clear about your intentions or in a foggy state of denial about your true motives and or ambitions? This is a time to step back and gain perspective and clarity about your direction. Check your motives and ask if they are sincere. Are you pursuing some goal blindly without asking its cost? Good intentions are being misinterpreted. Now is a time for self-evaluation and self-nurturing. You will benefit greatly if you take the time out to regroup. So it's like even whether you stay or go, it's like, what is the risk here? And then two of your other cards that are with it is Love And these are really saying a lot of what I was saying. And then you have spontaneous and intuitive creation. And this is really reconfirming what I was saying about one of the biggest lessons I think you guys are really supposed to learn here, whether you stay with this person or situation or not, is you've got to find this within yourself. If you can't love this person, like, love yourself right now. And I'm not trying to get into the whole cliche of like self-love, you know, but it kind of is true. Like, what stifles you, especially for like a Leo in their heart, is not, you know, where do you give that love? If this person's clearly not receiving your love, and it's not that you may not be trying to give it to them, it's that I don't think they're acting like they want it from you, or they're just not interested in it, you know? So you need to give it somewhere, and you have to do it to yourself, because if you go right now to try to find somewhere else, unless the universe happened to send you your mate, which happens every now and then, but you've got to do that within yourself and give that love to yourself, so the energy starts moving and healing, and realizing that you don't have to just get love through people, because this is going to affect, you know, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, even your heart and all the rest. Like, you have to learn how to use those creative and empowering energies and learn how to create that and channel that on your own through self-love, through self-hobbies, self-creation, self-interest, self-discovery. If you have path work or mission work, like, you can create love. Love is not only to be given to you through another person or even a job, I guess, or whatever. Like, and this is where spontaneous and intuitive creation, like, you have to start connecting in within yourself and learning how to channel these creative and loving energies. And I think this is a huge lesson for you, and maybe even this person. But it's really asking you that whether you stay in this situation and you're in your downtime, or you're leaving this situation and then you're in your downtime, please take the time to actually reflect, go within, go to your higher self, you know, ask whatever it is you believe in, you know, whether it's source, the universe, Jesus, God, whatever, your guides, your angels, whatever, to really help you in seeing in the perspective of, what is my intention here? What am I really wanting? And do I know how to go about it in the best and healthiest way for me, so that I can remove myself from this cycle of whatever it is it's supposed to be teaching me right now. And I don't know. I think for some of you, kind of are starting to get it. And some of you are not. I do feel there's a certain amount of you that you either are going to want to do the same and go get attention, or, you know, talk to someone else, or you might already be, even if it's not like super serious. I don't have a lot of that on the board, but I do feel it a little bit, though. Insecurity. What is the lessons going on here? Give service, which is a lot of what I was saying. Like, give love somewhere else. Perfection. Like, maybe right now, like, give to yourself, or even go give to the less fortunate. Like, be able to give your love somewhere, and somewhere that's healthy, whether it's through creation, service, or whatever. Free that energy up within you to start moving again. Do it in more of a creative way, which the service is your sacral chakra. It's a sacral chakra card, basically. What are some lessons? Are there any other lessons here? Completion. Service, perfection reversed. completion. It's like, I think a lesson you're supposed to be getting is to learn how to give yourself love and also give love to others, not just in a relationship, like in pathwork, mission, hobbies, creation, whatever. However you creatively want to do it, that feels good to you. And like, if you look at this perfection, it was reversed. What came to me when I saw it was a handout. And I'm not trying to say this like you're selfish. I'm just saying, I think the idea is to stop looking at it from other people, to stop looking at it to be given to you. So stop looking for love to be given to you. Like, this needs to come to the end of this cycle. You have to realize that this is within you. It is you. It is created with you. Nobody can give you love. I mean, they can do acts of it and all that, but they are gonna make you feel and mirror what's already inside of you, right? Like, they can't give you something that's not already you. It's not already in you. So you have like this misperception that's like, oh, I have to get it from a person or something else. Like, and you're really being asked to tap into your own creative energies, to know that it's in you, that security is in you, that ability is within you, the creation, it was in you. I don't have to look for love. I can create love. I am love. And you can create it in many different ways. This is you. This is all in your head. This is your perception. This is you feeling this way. Did this person give you this? No. They made you feel this way. When really they actually didn't. It was you that is allowing you to feel this way because your perception is off in how you're seeing things. You feel like you've been left out in the cold. You feel like you're not being given attention, or, and I don't mean attention in a superficial way. I mean literally like you're in a relationship but you're lonely. You know what I mean? Like them acting like they want to be around you, acting like they're putting in the work, acting like they're excited to be around you too. Like, why should I have to ask for them to want to spend time with me? Why should I have to ask for this and this? Why should I have to do this to get X, Y, Z? Why don't they just want to? Or where are they? Where are they giving their attention to? Whatever it is. And you're in this thinking that you're dependent on them. And it shouldn't be, because first and foremost, you can create this within yourself. You're dependent on them. Secondly, if this is how this really, if this is truly most of the relationship I described, then you probably either shouldn't be in it, or you guys both should go get counseling or something. Or especially if this is a job, I mean, you should be working on something else in the meantime. Or a friendship, counseling, I don't know. But if this is truly just that maybe a foundation is decent, but the energy has expired and both you just have some work to do and can do like some hobbies, maybe some together, but some separately. It seems like both of you have to build yourself up. But I think you're just honestly, I think you guys are in this situation out of guilt, and you're trying to make the best out of the situation. Like this, you have prayer and you have guilt. But here's one doing the work, ironing, and here's somebody else in the background drinking. I don't know if that's another version of her. But what I'm getting from this is somebody's really trying, somebody's not. Both of them are somewhere else and checked out, though. And it's like a situation like I hear making lemonade out of lemons. Like you're trying to make it the best that you can. And it's a crazily codependent and illusion type situation, and it's like two people who at least at a perception level are with each other at the moment because they feel like they have to be. Even more so them than you, I think. And I'm not saying that can't change or whatever. Yeah, like it's just kind of all lower energies, like insecurity, self-worth issues, a lot of gossip, a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama in this situation. And it's just an energy of a lot of ideas, a lot of things that were supposed to come to be, but none of them are. It's just wasting a life away. Because one or both of you are not taking action. And I don't know if that's because it's done or because, I don't know. It's either supposed to be done or one person's going to leave and shock the other one into doing whatever it is they need to do. I guess we'll pull an animal card and then be done. I don't know if I'm supposed to pull these. I think they are. You have Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner mind. You have Stag Spirit, take the lead. And you have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. In the likely future comes in. I think you know what to do. Like and it's not definite. So you're going to have to be the one to change it, because just so you know, this other person's not. They're actually more stuck than you. And some of it, they're just stuck and they're depressed and they're checking out. And some of them, they're able to stay this stuck because they're doing something else behind the scenes to re-up their energy and make them feel okay during it. But, so you either need to, in the meantime, help this energy out by starting to do you and figure you out, and either do like path or mission work, help somebody out, hobbies, creations, draw, paint, work on your body. I don't know, do something. Like just do some stuff to work on your creative stuff and find who you are, you know, self-interest, self-discovery type stuff, because somebody who knows about themselves and has that level of confidence in like knowing who they are, this wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. So you got to figure that out. You have to take the lead, and it's either by doing that, if you're able to, or leaving and not allowing yourself to stay stuck in this illusion of, for whatever reason, you guys feel like you have to stay stuck in this. Whether it's for kids and you guys are teaching your kids that this is what love looks like, or money, which, hello, this is not an abundant situation, so I doubt it if money will ever get better. Or whether it's loyalty or codependence, or you have trust in the magic, overcome any obstacle, watch and wait, and know your worth. You're probably going to have to take a chance on this. And like I said, whether you either start doing stuff and hopefully they respond okay with that and don't try to be controlling about it, or you just go and you trust that the universe will take care of you. And don't worry about any judgments that you have on yourself or that others try to put on you. Because let me tell you something, one thing I've learned in my journey. There is really there isn't many feelings that are worse than when you sell your soul out and you don't even get what you sold it out for. So this right here, all day long, is two people, but even more so you. The main energy I'm reading on this, so whoever you know you are on this, whether you just apply it, but you're selling yours out even more, because it seems like this person is, at least for the most part, most people's, they're figuring something out behind the scenes to make them feel at least okay. And that's, like I said, it can range from not that bad to really bad. You could just be mentally checked out and in another world, or take Xanax or something. I don't really know, but, or cheating. But either way, one of the things in all my healing that I've done on myself, and I'm still always doing it, but one of the hardest things I've ever had to do to deal with is, like I said, when you have to face that part of you that has or is selling your soul out. And I do a lot of soul retrievals. So I see this a lot. A lot of souls take off when this happens. And when you sell out your soul or parts of your soul or whatever, and this is even in past lifetimes, that you didn't even get what you wanted. It's like selling your soul to the devil. And then if you've watched most things, like people that do that, they don't get what they want. It's a trick usually. So it's bad enough if you got what you wanted. Like because like without, what people don't realize, like, let me tell you another lesson I learned when I was in my dark night of the soul. And I am a Taurus sun, okay? So very earthy, very knowing about material, physical, you know, always just financial security. And it was the first time in my life that I was in a position and I realized that if somebody came up to me and gave me like $10 billion, any amount of money, it wouldn't have made me happy. It wouldn't have brought me peace of mind. It wouldn't have made me happy. It wouldn't have done anything for me except for maybe funded me going to a mental health facility. I mean, that was a hard lesson to learn. I mean, I'm glad I did. I really ate a lot of dirt pie during that time. And that's why, yes, I still see the value of money as far as it's an energy exchange we use in this world. And I also see it as a tool where you can use it to help people. So I see its value still, but I don't place it in the same way of security as I did in the past, because I would rather be what society calls poor and be happy and have peace of mind than be rich. Like, my point of saying this is, because I don't even know if this is about money or whatever, but your peace and your harmony and your mental sanity and happiness is more important than anything. And if you sell out your soul, I don't care if you got what you wanted, it's gonna mess with you in some way. But it's really gonna mess with you if you don't even get what you want. And you, my friend, are selling your soul out, and at this point, not even getting what you want. So just think about that, okay? Maybe you can, and it might just be something with perspective you have to work on. It might just be something with healing. You might just have to like do some self hobbies or whatever and learn to generate that yourself. I'm not saying not to be with a person, but what I am saying is that what you're currently doing in the cycle, as is this other person, but more so you, is that you're selling out your soul and not even getting what you want. And that is why this is where your mind is. This is lack, no abundance, no prosperity, no happiness, sick. So if you feel like, if you've been dealing with sickness, illness, even mental illness, yeah. That's a lot of what I've been saying. And you may want to rethink what you're doing. Like it says with this intention card, you may want to rethink what you're doing and what you're going after, how you're going about it. What do you really want and what's really important to you? Because like, do you even really want attention? So if you're thinking, I need attention, and you might not consciously be saying that, but you know, subconsciously it might be, I need attention, right? And you might be like looking like, can I be with someone else? Should I be with someone else? Should I be with someone else? Should I find someone else? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know, because that's where you started out with this. I'm not trying to say this condescendingly. I'm being serious though. Like, just realize that this cycle, like you're coming at the end of this, and you're right at a point where you can either jump off that Ferris wheel and go to a healthier way where you have more security and peace of mind and happiness and actually get what you want without having to sell out your soul. That's the amazing part about it. Or you can stay on this one and keep going around, or go on another one that's just another Ferris wheel. I mean, this is literally kind of where it's at. So you're literally in this thing that it made me feel good at one time. Why? Because, I don't know, there was some type of security to it. Whether it was money, whether it was attention, blah, blah, blah. It was in your mind, in your perception, what you wanted. So this is like you're being guided right now. Please forgive the way I'm talking a little bit, because I'm just trying to be factual, and I'm in the middle of Mercury retrograde. A little snippety. So I really don't mean to be condescending. I'm really not. I'm just like, it's what's happening right now. So please just roll with me, okay? You're really just being asked to sit and think about this stuff that I'm talking about. I feel like you guys can handle this though. Like, I think you can. So you're really being asked to think about this and think about your perception and think about, like, what is it that I want? What is it that I'm going after? How am I going after it? Can I get this on my own? What do I need to get from other people? Why do I? Do I have to? Like, you need to start thinking about some things so that you can exit this cycle, which is really asking you to do. It's really asking you to use these eclipse energies, because it's, oh yeah, okay, there it is. Because it really has, you know, the eclipse mermaid, a powerful energy shift. So I forgot about these cards too. So you have voodoo in blue, back off. You have mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. You have Poe, time for change, learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So here's your something new. Be your true self, grumpy red fairy. And then Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. So on one hand, I think there's a lot of like drama in this situation, but I think it's asking you to back off, really look into your heart. What do you need? Heal some wounds. This probably is going to suck, you walking away from the situation, but you got to do it. And it's going to make you look into what does your heart need? Not what does it want? What does it need? And how do you go about getting that for yourself? And if not, can somebody help you in the meantime, and not in a dependent way, but in a way that teaches you how to get it yourself, so that you could be your true self and more complete. Sorry, this is where the this came first. Learning new things. So you heal yourself. If you need help, you ask. You're going to be learning new things though as you're healing your heart. Then you're going to start going into being more of your true self. And then you're going to be like your sassy little self again, right? Here comes Leo. Of course they're going to be like sassy. They're going to be all done up. They're like, you know, most of them. Either way, now you're going to go back to your sassiness, which is awesome, because that's the pizzazz that you guys need and to embrace. And you're going to have your fieriness back and your heart back and everything back together. But now you're going to be owning your stuff. You're like this whether somebody's there or not. So that if somebody comes in, they compliment you. You can build and grow together. You're not that way because of them. You're that way and it comes together. You know, wholeness and wholeness, and then you grow, not void and grow. You know what I mean? Like, you want to attract on a higher vibration, not on a lower vibration. Do you get what I'm saying? So you may want to work on raising your vibration and healing this stuff out, so that when you do come out with all your like healed and sassiness, you're attracting somebody on a higher vibration, so you guys can continue to grow together. Because it's really rare that when you heal on or come together on a lower vibration, it usually gets stuck. So just saying, I hope you're following me on that. I think I'm going to end it here because it's pretty long. I love you guys. If you need help with this, I hope you really rode with me, you know, my communication, Mercury retrograde and all that. But I love you. I hope it's all okay. If you need help, please let me know, whether it's energetically, even just like a session in talking, help with seeing your perspective. What are you missing? Healing on like a higher dimension so then it can trickle. I've been doing a lot with the CCT stuff, And it's been amazing for me, and even relationships and doing healing, because sometimes you just can't do any healing anymore in the 3D. You need to do it. I mean, maybe you want to do that about this, the CCT, and heal it on a higher level. By the way, when I do that, I do not do it in a way where it's like, I don't put expectations in there, and I don't put it where it's like, oh, they love me forever, or they come here. I don't do that. I do it where there's healing. And it makes it to where it heals the issues higher up and coming down. And it makes it to where you see them and they see you, like really see. And that there's healing, and if there's forgiveness that's needed. And it makes it to where, because that healing truly happens, just being honest with you, it releases the codependency. Which means that then healing can transform, and you guys can rise up to higher vibration and more see out of that perception, or it dissipates and you guys go on your way, heal, rise up, and go, at least you will, in your, but I think, I aim it for both, but whatever is in their best journey. So you have to remember, like, you can't have expectations on that. Like, you might not see it as rising up, but it's where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? You know, you get what I'm saying, but so I don't put it as keeping together. It at least, I want it to at least release so that then it could be healthy in whatever is supposed to come, which don't look at it like, oh, well, that sucks, because it's what I would want, you know, if this isn't going to work and I'm not going to be in it, but I've still got a bond attaching me to it. You could damn sure bet that I'm going to want to put in there, let's heal this bond. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to want to be going this way to heal myself and doing something good, and I've got something tugging me this way. And now you're not only fighting against yourself, you're fighting against something that you feel is outside of your control. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope so. So let me know if you need help with this. I'd love you guys. Keep your head up during this. I am actually excited for you guys. This is good where it's bringing you, as long as you like do the work, whether you stay together or separate, you got work to do here, okay? If you need help with it, like I said, let me know. Information's in the description box below, except for the shamanic services, the CCT, and the light language. You can email me about that, which is also in the description box below. PayPal's information description box below, donation. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell, okay? I love you guys. I'll be seeing and talking to you soon. Bye.